Look at this. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
this is amazing.
As we're here to say goodbye to Nikhil, team owner of S25 Williams, Euro organizer of all the leagues. Thank you for all the work that you've put in these two leagues that the history of the league goes now. Thank you. You've been a big part of it.
Yeah, touching him.
Have fun in Japan, I would say.
Amazing. I'm crying.
And here we are for the final round of Spring 2026 of Season 8 in UMRL. Welcome to the Finnish Grand Prix, the first Grand Prix in Scandinavia, around the KymiRing, the track chosen by Nikhil for his final race as a team owner and also as a driver. He is here today with the special livery made by Majumdar for him, with the Japanese colors representing, where he'll be heading off to, and is a very special track as well. First of all, I have got to say a huge sorry to Brasidas and Flak for not recording commentary correctly, and this is why I'm gonna have to do it all over again. It was brilliant to have them alongside me, give the insights as well, since they're the Etruria Racing Team and Minardi team owners, and there is still a lot to do on Minardi's side, but one thing has already been done. That's a bit interesting, not sure how to mention that now, but Justin is your driver's champion of Season 8 Laguna, is not racing once again, and therefore the fight has been cut short, but it's been an unbelievable season from the Flying Dutchman. I've been watching him since Season 5, where I saw him do incredible moves at Bugatti Le Mans. I think that should be in the video, round 6, Season 5. And ever since, he became one of the best rookies, one of the most reliable contenders at the very top, and now he went to Minardi to make the meme come true at the start of the season, and now it's a dream come true for him, and it might also be for Flak just in a few moments time or after the race. I'm not sure, but Minardi are almost guaranteed to also win the team's championship here. Exactly, let's look at qualifying now. We have 1 minute left on the clock, and Pigeon on provisional pole. He has just taken the first MP Motorsport pole not set by Piggy, and the first since Season 2, that has to be. Joris alongside him once again. He's already had a brilliant qualifying and race at the Monaco Grand Prix, and Piggy in P3 too. Pigeon is racing for Ivanova GP today with a special livery made by myself for Krasner to say goodbye to him as well, since he is gone and the Ivanova GP project is going to end. Zipex will enter UMRL, even though they finished last in the Advanced Mobile Racing League. We watch Pigeon go across the line, touch the grass a bit on the entry to turn 17, the final hairpin, but 35.25, that might just... Is that a world record? 35.4 was already insane to me yesterday. Strudel has said that. 35.2 is insane. Pigeon might just take his second consecutive pole position. He is now 4th in the all-time ranking, only behind Laguno, Krasnit and Justin. I think he might equal that now. We are across the line. Piggy to the line for the last time. A 39 is nowhere. Hozil is in P5. Lozy, Paradrive, Toaster, Spyro, Fede, Saber. Toaster jumps up into 9th place with a 35.6. And that is qualifying done. Final shootout for the grid in Spring 2026 ends with Pigeon pole once more. Aston Martin on the front row with Strudel. Oh no, that's something I did not mention yet. Strudel with an insane qualifying. No longer our newest race winner because Pero just took his first win. The Slovenian is only down in 7th place. Joras in P3 then, racing for one time, a special livery for them too. As a tribute to Nikhil, Lozy in P4 for Hurricane Racing Team Cozy, 5th in the Etruria. Piggy dropping down to P... Oh no, that should be P5 because he set the time first, but I'm not sure if that was fixed before the race. Paradrive P7, Justin and Toaster, the two Menardis with a special livery to celebrate their 1-year anniversary in the MRL leagues altogether on this day. In 2025, they had their first race in AMRL, Spyro rounds out the top 10. Fede, team owner of APNP 11. Sabercat returning to the leagues in 12th place. His last race was the last Grand Prix in Silverstone, and he was up there in the fight for the podium for a while. Mr. Albano in 13th place for MP Motorsport. Nikhil in P14. Nitro in P15. Our driver with the most pole positions this season. Fabianski on debut in 16th place for Churia Racing Team. He's the UMRL champion of Season A in Spring 2026. It's race 6-7 for Matt. He starts in 17th. And Sanis makes a return to the top tier in 18th. Yeah, it's a very long lap around the KymiRing. 17 corners with some very technical combinations on this beautiful track located near Kouvola in Finland. Just opened in 2019, and then they had a bit of issues to actually make some serious race around here. I think they will be very pleased to have the best top-down drivers of the world on mobile take to the track now. Here we go. Pigeon strudel the front row here in Finland. It's a long run towards turn 4, the first braking zone. We go through a few flat out sweepers before that. Joras 3rd and Losi 4th behind that. Pigeon off to a good start. Joras is going to the inside of Strudel here, diving up the inside of turn 4, taking a bit of grass with him. Piggy is in 6th place, now up to P5, but still weird wheel with with Kozil. Let's not get a lag rocket here like we had in UMRL yesterday. That was a huge crash, but Piggy has managed to clear the mess, and there's been not too much chaos, but a lot of movement at the front. Toaster goes up to 2nd place, starting in P9. Paradrive up from 7th to 3rd. Losi still in 4th place. Huge send by Fede here, pushing Spyro and also himself wide. Kozil is in 9th place. Then Mr. Albano sliding wide with Nitro and the other one time of Joras. Joras in P5 after starting in P3, and Toaster is inching ahead on the straight and into the race lead. Piggy, the two compatriots here, fighting at the front of the field together with Paradrive, who wants to get his 2nd win in a row right away. Losi is, I think he's going to wide a little bit. Joris just a bit laggy here. Mr. Albano very, very high up. That's something that we haven't seen that often. Oh no, and now he's pushed Nitro off completely. He is pushed into the pit lane, and he is at the back of the field behind Sanis. That is terrible stuff. I'm not sure if he is fully to blame there. He had a difficult time rejoining, but we have Paradrive joining the fight at the front and into the race lead he goes. We are watching further back. Joris Losi. Pigeon is still in 6th place. He is on hard tires at the first phase of the race here. It's another very, very tire-hungry track, just like Białowieża last week. Yeah, we have 2 packs right now. We have Paradrive, Toaster, and Nikhil escaping from the rest, but they are really fighting here. Piggy just placing his car to the inside, also still getting a good exit here. Toaster to the outside of Paradrive, but Paradrive kind of inching ahead still, going into the corner after the long back straight. Joras is on his own then, and then we have Pigeon probably rather holding up Losi, Strudel, and Fede. Justin is only in P9, our world champion from Season 8. He is really going into a brilliant, how do you say it? Brilliant bunch of drivers. Cato, Piggy, Guillermo, Laguno, F1 fan, Rusnet, and then it's him. Paradrive is still in the lead. Nikhil and Toaster, they're going to swap positions throughout the entire race, as it seems. Pigeon is in 5th place. Strudel, after starting on the front row, is on the soft tires, and he is still going side by side with Losi here. They are doing switchbacks in this technical sector. In the top 3, they are all on soft tires, which are lasting 8 to 12 laps. Probably more towards the 8. And what a job by Losi. He has never really been this high up, fighting for the higher points positions. Sabercat going to the inside, trying to cut the toe. Losi throwing it to the inside of Strudel, and Strudel is onto the grass. I think it was fair racing though, but Fede capitalizing off that. Toaster is in the race lead. Piggy in 2nd place. And Paradrive in 3rd. Joras really able to keep up the pace here, even though he's not got any slipstream to take from anybody. Toaster and not Toaster, Strudel and Pigeon side by side still going into the flat out first corner. Then we go to the left inside line for Strul, but then in the hairpin it's Pigeon's advantage again. Sabercat always going to the right on the straight there. It is actually preferable from my experience to be on the outside going into turn 5 then at the end of the straight, because you really have to prepare yourself for the next couple of corners. Now it is Toaster already coming into the pit lane. That is an undercut at the end of lap 7. But yeah, the tires looking pretty old already. Fede is going past Lozy. It's Pigeon, and Toaster has also gone. No, Toaster has gone into the pit lane. Toaster is on hard tires now, and the others still going out front. How much is that going to cost them? They are still on the softs that give them the straight line speed. But this is where they will be really struggling, at least for this part of the race. Where will they be? Piggy is into the pit lane. Paradrive still going. That might hurt him. 9 laps has been a mistake that I myself have made in Bielowieża and also around here yesterday. Yeah, did cost me a few positions. Piggy is down in 9th place and he is in a bit of traffic. They're going to give him slipstream, but also a hard time to pass them. Toaster will soon be catching Pigeon. And Paradrive still pushing on here. Look at him drift wide across the across the curb and onto the tarmac. That also still doesn't slow you down. Now let's see which strategy he's opting for. It's medium tires for him. Nitro going through. Piggy as well. Important stuff here. And Piggy on hard tires has still managed to stay ahead of him. Passing Nitro now. But Toaster is far ahead. 2 seconds now. He has won this battle for the win for now. He's also getting the slipstream from Pigeon right now. That is helping him. Piggy and Paradrive are going to have to put in the work now. No more fighting between these guys then, I would assume. And Pigeon holding his ground this time around. He started on Inter tires in Poland and then got forced out wide, immediately retired after qualifying on pole position in Poland for the 2nd season in a row. That's Kozil on the pit lane. And Toaster is past Pigeon here. Pigeon will also be very happy with in this position. Pigeon is celebrating his 2-year anniversary, as is the Ultimate Mobile Racing League. Just a few days ago, we had 2-year anniversary of Round 1, Season 1 from UMRL. Laguno, Glow. Aglo was also supposed to race today, but he's not here. Laguno, Matt, and Pigeon all celebrate their 2-year anniversary. Piggy will do that in a few weeks' time. He did not join in the very first rounds, but was immediately up to pace from the mid-season. It was him, Kato, Kraft, and Laguno the first race winners here. Fabianski for Etruria Racing Team is still going on the hard tires. His teammate Kozio is in 13th place, has gone for medium tires. In his second stint, Lozy throwing it to the inside. He is 1 pit stop ahead. Not something that you would always expect, but Lozy having a very good race for Hurricane Racing Team so far. That is 8th place for him with Nitro and also Pigeon yet to pit still. Pigeon will stay ahead of Lozy, I think. Yeah, what about Joris now? Here are the 2 1-times behind Fede. Still pretty high up, but Toaster has been in 4th place behind Paradrive, Toaster, and Piggy. He might be in a fight with Pigeon, at least later on. And I think that Paradrive is catching Toaster right here, but that's also what he has to do. He's got the medium tires. Piggy in 4th place. And that is Fede going to the inside of Joris. The 2 1-times could take the best results for one time ever. They've never been in second place in the team's championship, and Etruria and S25 and Williams, they are all separated by about 25 points altogether. Etruria on 169, S25 and Williams 193, and one time just 2 points ahead of Etruria Racing Team. So yeah, it will be difficult for one time to still catch Williams. Nikhil will be hoping to still finish as the runner-up. And he is fighting here with Mr. Albono, who is of course lost out then after a nice start. Oh, but that is something that we've already seen from him today. Spyro forced off by the Briton. And that has just helped Nikhil. Fabianski now into the pit lane at the end of lap 15. And that is everybody apart from Nitro and Pigeon now, with one stop to their name. Oh yeah, look at Pigeon drifting out wide already. Also the hard tires are now giving in. No, it's Pigeon stopped to the side of the track. Pigeon will retire again for Ivanova GP. Oh no, it's Sanders down in 18th place. Pigeon has had a great one. I'm not sure what's happened to him. Does he have some device issues as well? I think I heard that he does. But it is heartbreak for the OG driver yet again. Oh, here he's in the pit lane. Maybe recovering, but he's out of any fights here. This one is still resuming. Paradrive has passed Toaster. That's something that we missed. Toaster is slipping the Slovenian now, but who is faster here? Paradrive's medium tires definitely also giving up already. Toaster is given the space in the inside line, but Paradrive knows that he can just run it around the outside in the next S section and still stay ahead with a better exit. But Toaster is doing the up and under. Then we go into this right-hand king followed by a hairpin that you can very easily miss. And Toaster still with the better traction out of that. And into the pit lane he goes. Paradrive still continuing. He's had a longer first stint. Toaster going for another undercut. This time he's rather forced to do that because his tires have given up. And so it's hard tires for him again. What will Paradrive do? And what role is Piggy still playing? He's of course gone for the hard tires, unlike Paradrive, so it didn't really have that much speed underneath him to catch up to Toaster. Petty is also in here. He's an old mediums, diving up the inside of Piggy. That's not been the cleanest move. But Fetty is also up there. Could he be in the battle for a podium now? Pigeon is gone. Joras doesn't really look like he's in the top 3. Maybe not even top 4 anymore. Fetty has had some good result last season, but he's not finished any race in Season 8 here. His DNFs are continuing. I think he's now the one with the... Is he the one with the most DNFs in the history of UMRL? No, I think Glow is that. I look at the all-time stats excluding Season 8, because, well, Glow also hasn't raced in that one. It's 12 DNFs for him. Actually 14 for Fede, and that will turn into 18 by the end of this season. Which is going to be in half a race. Incredible. Paradrive is now alone. No, here he goes into the pit lane. Toaster's undercut is probably working for the moment. He is already going down the pit lane, and it will be a big lead for him. Paradrive puts on the soft tires again in the mid phase of the race. So it is a 3-stopper for him, I would assume. He's got a gap to catch up, but he's got the tires to do that as well. Strudel is in 3rd place now. He started on the front row but disappeared from that fight very, very early on. And Fede in 4th place. Joras up to 5th again. He's also made an earlier 2nd stop. Piggy with 2 stops in P6. Matt up to P7 for the moment. Yet to stop, but I think his race is also going well. Nitro in 8th place also had to do a comeback drive. He is going up the inside of Matt here. Leaving enough space there. Who knows, the Matt just doesn't have the grip right now. Fabianski, Kozil, Lozi and Justin are passing them. And so it is. Is Matt still in the points? I think he is. Yes, he is. That's the order restored then. And Fede running in 3rd place. Wow. It is incredible. If this continues, if UMRL continues to be like it has been in the past few rounds, we're not gonna know the championship protagonists next season all the way until like round 7. I have no idea. Toaster is en route to win the season finale for the 2nd season in a row. Just 2 career wins to his name. But he today is the clear faster Minardi. Justin not able to set himself apart from the midfield at all. I mean, I've said it before, what really distinguishes Justin and Laguno this season from the others is just the consistency that they've managed to put on. But today he is struggling a bit too much, I would say. There's 2 Britons very closely together again in the battle for 4th place. And I'm afraid that Piggy is out of the fight for P1 here. Don't really see how he can get back up there. Especially with Fede in between them. Paradrive is now within a second of Toaster here. We are watching Nitro. Of course, that's the recording that I've done yesterday. So whatever we're seeing, we're just gonna look at. Justin is being chased by Kozil here for 7th place. And now we look at Toaster, just keeping on the track, pushing to the edge. In the mid-sector. Can also go wide in this final hairpin to open up the straight here. And there we are, Paradrive just about not in the slipstream yet, but Toaster is already cutting across. And now we see Justin and Kozil also closely together. Justin also taking the runoff in turn 4. Toaster wants to finish his season on a high, where he, as the team owner, also will win the team's championship. But Paradrive is storming past into turn 1. There he is on the soft tires. The chase is completed for now. Toaster now with a great exit out of turn 4 again. That's really been his strength today. Coming out well out of the corners. And this now might have been Toaster pushing off Paradrive. Maybe a trailer misjudgment here. I'm not sure what is going to happen post-race here. We've seen a few incidents already. Paradrive not getting past them. Or not getting past again, I should say. And he's a bit further back now. His soft tire advantage is disappearing. Toaster is, of course, also gonna have to pit again, though. He is on hard tires now because he just went for the undercut. Getting fresher tires at the start of his stints. Or faster tires, I should say. And that has worked a treat for him so far. Justin going very wide in turn 6. I don't think that's something that he should do. He's also a bit out of shape here. But Nitro cannot really benefit off it, because then the next corner goes to the right here. Very, very wide hairpins, almost like the Bugatti Le Mans circuit. And it's a big train forming behind the not-so-flying Dutchman. It's really old tires. What about Strudel and Lozi behind them? Bit fresher, especially Strudel on the mediums. Could be a hot shot here. And it's 3 stops for Paradrive now. Paradrive, after going on the soft tires, is the first one to pit for his final set of tires. Toaster is also choosing hard for this final stint. Where is Paradrive? He's just appearing behind Toaster. Toaster and Paradrive as they were. Paradrive now coming out of turn 4. This time he's the one to get ahead on the straight here. What about turn 5? Toaster just sniffing the rear wing there. But this is just going to be the flat-out battle towards the end of the race. Nobody is going to be able to deny them here. He has just inherited P1, but he is going to fall back. Probably also behind Fede, but Fede has also made his final stop and has to get past Kozil quickly here. The Italian into turn 1 is passed. And Toaster is coming closer to Paradrive again. Paradrive moving to the middle of the track. Toaster not distracted by that at all, but Paradrive with that outside line advantage here. Toaster going for the switchback, but then the fights mostly end here in turns 10-11, where it goes to the right again. And they've almost caught Piggy, who's going a bit wide into the pit lane. Everyone's doing that. Is that the faster way to do that? I'm not sure. Piggy in for his final stop, and still we scrap for the lead of the race. That's a win that's going to mean a lot to both of them. But they both have the experience of leading in a race now. What an incredible fight, man. Fede is still on the podium. Strudel in P4. Strudel in P4. Oh yeah, he's yet to pit again. Then Joris is ahead of Piggy, but Piggy is on the mediums now. And into turn 1 we go once more. Paradrive and Toaster approaching turn 4. Toaster going wide to avoid Paradrive at all costs. Paradrive covering up the inside. Toaster's gonna have the outside line now. Going towards turn 5. Paradrive braking late. Can he hang on to it? No. It is Toaster going through into the race lead on lap 34 again. Paradrive throwing it into turn 10. That's the one that I've been talking about that mostly ends the fight, this corner. But Paradrive now losing it all again as he stumbles across the grass in turn 13. Toaster touching it going into the last corner too. But he has shown some incredible resilience here. Matt is pitting for the final time. He's been in P7 again. And will probably still be in the points. If not, Nikhil would be scoring in his final race. Oh, he's just behind him. But Matt will have fresh soft tires now, making a mistake. Nikhil through on hards, which are also pretty fresh. But Matt will have a clear advantage everywhere over him. And Spyro also passes him. Yeah, Matt will have that advantage at least for the next few laps. We are seeing on the map that is still drivers going side by side in the first few corners, including Paradrive and Toaster. Paradrive going to the outside, trying to do the cutback. Beautiful move by the Slovenian. Taking the inside line already in these S's. And Toaster down to second. Paradrive might be on for a second consecutive win in the Japanese colors for Nikhil around here. Unbelievable battle. This is reminding me of Germany karting. Nothing to lose for either of them. Be comfortably in 4th place. Medium tire still looking good. Will be hard to catch Fede though. Will it be a first podium ever for the team owner of APA, who's also been around since Season 4 at the very least? Toaster doing a cutback again on Paradrive, and he's done it. Paradrive trying to come in back at him immediately after turn 17 into the flat first turn. We go inside line for him there. Toaster knowing he can still bide his time just a little bit. Paradrive curving Toaster. He is far ahead and far enough ahead to still stay ahead on the inside line here. Lap 38. We go towards the final few moments of this season with Paradrive making another mistake in the infield. Toaster through again. Towards the first corner. Toaster just turning in Paradrive, not with any space, also looking to the inside in turn 4, just trying to scare Toast into an error, and with a beautiful run down the back straight too. Paradrive just storming ahead there. Toaster taking his racing line, trying to hang on to it. Paradrive with another mistake. Who is going to take victory in Finland? What a fantastic fight. Piggy has also caught up to Fede. Look at him. Down the inside in turn 17. Fede not too happy with that move, I think. And he goes into third place. Piggy might take his first podium ever since Monza in the winter of 2025, where he took his last race win. Fede is returning to third place though, down the inside. And he's done it on the inside here in turn 5. Just let Piggy run out too wide. And Piggy knows that he still will have a chance on the medium tires. Coming back at him. Into the hairpin we go. Piggy somehow managed to go to the inside there. Fede side by side still. Piggy onto the grass. Oh, and another very suspicious incident here. I think that's quite a few now from Piggy against Fede. And Paradrive and Toasted also still resuming on the penultimate lap of the race. And it's Paradrive out front right now. Unbelievable. The hard tires now really losing the grip as well. But they have just 2 laps to go in this entire season. Oh, Toaster super wide in turn 13. And now it is just 1 lap to figure out our race winner in Scandinavia here. Paradrive and Toaster going into the first turn for the last time flat out. Toaster through on the outside of turn 3, cutting across immediately. Paradrive is going to go to the outside though, driving on instinct a little bit. Paradrive will have the advantage. He's forcing Toaster to the inside too. Toaster wrestling his car through on the inside of turn 5, but now this corner is very important. Toaster hanging on around the outside. Turns 10 and 11, another switchback opportunity. Flat out into this right king, then into the hairpin. Toaster, oh, cutting across here. And Paradrive is just behind. Toaster through the last corner of the Grand Prix, the last corner of the season, and he wins by 0.05 of a second. He finishes off the season with a win once more. Paradrive can be super happy with his end to this season. I believe it will be second place for S25 and Williams in the championship as well on the day that we say goodbye to Nikhil and Piggy with his first podium in 1.5 years. The old champion back on the podium for his team that had so many struggles. But Fede will probably also be happy to finish just 1.5 tenths shy of him and might take some incidents to the stewards room here. Troros takes P5 for the second week in a row. It's been a great season for One Time. Nitro is now the second most successful driver for them behind F1 fan. Kozil takes P6 and is set to stay with the Turia Racing team. Justin just 100th of a second behind him, our formidable champion, with some tough competition for the next seasons though. Strudel also a race winner from this season in P8, Nitro in 9th place, Lozy finishing in P10 then, but his first half of the race was really impressive. Fabianski, podium finisher in UMRL yesterday, with points on debut in 11th place. And Matt also taking another one in P12. Spyro, 13th place. Nikhil crossing the line for the final time in P14. Sabercat in P15. Mr. Bono and the 2 Ivanova GPs sadly behind the rest today. All the points are handed out. We start by looking at the Teams Championship, where MP Motorsport actually scored the 3rd most points today, ending the season pretty strongly, but they're still clearly in P9. Sigma Bob is going to rejoin that team next season. Aston Martin without Tyne and also Pigeon not really being up there anymore, end up in P8, 3 points behind Ivanova GP, a team without a team owner, and so that project is going to come to an end. They end up 1 point behind APA, which is their best championship result ever. Hurricane Racing Team in P5. That team was nowhere ever since round 4. And in the first 3 they mainly had strong emergency reserves. Still refreshing to see. And the Troya Racing Team and Hurricane Racing Team are going to combine from next season, which leaves another spot for a team open. So Kato has been offered a stake in Etruria by Brasidas, the teams that have been working together for a long time anyway, and so they do the same as S25M and Williams did before this season. Yeah, then we have the big four teams. Etruria Racing Team end up 4 points behind one time, which has to be their worst, which is their worst championship result ever since the team got rebranded from Squadra Delta Corse, if you count that as the same team. One time turned out to have one of the most reliable top contenders now in Nitro. Also had Laguno jumping in for them in round 3. And now Joras is looking really good. He'll definitely get a seat somewhere. And then S25M Williams Racing. You can see the points at which Laguno rejoined. That was round 5. But also Paradrive and Ziguin and Nikhil today did form a great team. But the puzzle pieces really came together in Minardi's 3rd season. Started the season strong and then never looked in doubt as the others struggled. But congratulations once again. Only 4 drivers didn't manage to score throughout the season. It's Sanis, Sabercat, Nikhil and Albono Eloksian with his first point in his home race at the Lausitz Ring. Fabianski with 2 from today. Spyro actually ending up with only 2 points. Would have put him higher up. I think he will also be racing here next season. Lozi in 23rd. Figo, one of the best PC players right now, not really making the switch then after all. Matt ending the season with 11 points then. Fede with all of his 14 points coming from the 4th place today in 20th. Guillermo with his most inactive season by far, I would say. One of the nicest guys on the grid, I would say. Would like to have him back for next season, but I think Etruria could also recover without him. Phoenix with the podium from round 9 that I still didn't mention. Ludwig did get a penalty, so it's not all of the teams this season on the podium. Ivanova failed to do so. Yeah, penalty for Ludwig, first career podium for Phoenix, who was leading in that race at the start. Only appearance for him this season, and taking 18th place with that. Joris in 5 races managed 28 points, but considering the big improvements that he's made in AMRL and UMRL, the upward trend might just continue. Elcrack in 16th place, his first season without a podium, and his longest run without one by far. Maybe his approach to UMRL doesn't work anymore. Majumdar with 9 races for the team that he has also basically had to manage then. Ends in 15th place, best result P4 in Curvello. Pigeon well and truly back with 9 rounds raced. I think he also considered retiring again, but ended up taking 1 podium and 2 pole positions in a row. Strudel and Kazil, the 2 drivers from the miracle in Sao Paulo that Etruria kind of needed at that point in P12 and 13 respectively. Seguin in 11th place, his best result was P6. Piggy doing another 9 rounds in his career and finally made it back to the rostrum today. Ludwig in P9. No podium for him then after the penalty in Poland and his very entertaining plans at Imola. Ryan still in 8th place in the standings, but he is retired, as is Senna in P7. Him and Sigmabob were the 2 Etruria drivers at the start of the season. Toaster in P5, ending the season with a win once more. Great work as a driver and team owner. Paradrive in 4th and really improving in form again, but super reliable anyway, something that Nitro really improved on this season too. Most pole positions out of anybody. Laguno with just 1, but it really spiced up the season as he returned to his home team in round 5 to challenge Justin. But the challenge ended in Monaco. But the challenge ended after a vintage dominant win in Monaco. And so Justin takes his title. Definitely deserves to be up in the club of the greatest drivers of the league. And these battles might just continue as UMRL goes into its 9th season. But don't switch off just yet. We have an interview for you with Nikhil. And I'm also sorry for missing the start of this interview.
I was offered to take over the team and I just stayed.
Maybe more on your relationship with Laguno, who of course also was the team owner, the best driver that this league has seen. Just how has this relationship formed? How will it still be? And yeah, What are your ties to this entire brand that you've built up?
Well, it all just started like at the very start of the league in general when we were put into the same team, and he helped me get a bit better than the horrendousness that I was originally. And he's just been loyal to us the entire time, and I hope it stays that way.
Yeah, maybe talking more about your career moves overall. Is there anything special that might kind of distinguish Williams from the other teams in terms of how you've managed it?
Uh, I robbed everyone of my most recent drivers from an academy, and they just brought me amazing results. I really have not done that much as a team owner.
I don't know. You've done. I mean, you've done a lot of overall as on all fronts of the league, I would say. But yeah, what would like be some of the most interesting points in your career as a team owner, like both positive and negative?
Oh, uh, I have one that isn't really as team owner, but it was at the start of season 2 when I thought Laguna was gonna leave the team after Kato offered him a contract at HRT. I was like trying to scramble to help Jordy find a driver, and we didn't end up finding anyone, so luckily he stayed with us. And then oh, the entire season leading up to season 6, with Crust and Laguna, just
Mm.
Crust rage baiting every team owner into thinking he's retiring and then signing with us.
Holy, yeah. How maybe Laguna did have a few issues, especially in season 2 and 5 with the DNFs. Was there anything special how you handled that together? Especially as Laguna could have been more in the title fight in season 5, but then had these two retirements.
We just didn't know, like, originally in season 2 we had no clue what device lag was. We were just like, okay, something's wrong, and he was planning on getting a new phone so he could help get back onto form, and he did by winning like 9 races after he got the new phone. And then in season 5, he was on vacation like the entire season, and just didn't have the best connection.
Wait, I just got huge. I just got totally by
It
my
might be me
microphone.
lagging.
What
It
the
might be me
hell?
lagging.
Okay. Why did you choose Finland as the season finale of all tracks?
Oh, okay. So I wanted to choose Valencia, but I didn't want the entire community to kill me.
Fair.
And then I was like, okay, what's a track that I like and was also pretty highly voted for tracks? And Finland was there. It was nearly gonna make it onto the calendar on its own. I think it was tied with one of the ones that made it in, but and I just decided to choose it. It's a track I've really enjoyed since I first drove on it, and yeah, I think it provided some really good and funny racing this weekend.
Yeah, I have to agree. I really like it now, especially that I know it just a little bit now. I barely raced on that before. Majumdar also asked, do you regret not to have won once at Valencia in any league?
Uh, no. I blame Matt for killing me in season 2 UMRL. Otherwise, I would have won. And then yeah,
Valencia
it's
or
all
what was
Matt's
that?
fault.
Yeah, Valencia.
Yeah,
Well, we're
Valencia.
talking
Yeah,
Valencia, sorry. Um, okay.
all Matt's fault. I've never won.
What do you really feel about the biggest other titan in the leagues, Brasidas and the Trio Racing Team? I think
Oh,
there's a bit of a hate to love there.
yeah, no,
How is
it's
it?
all jokes. The rivalry. Uh, I think of them as family because before Brasidas was at there as a team owner, he was actually our reserve driver. Yeah, it's all just jokes.
Well, that's it from what I have. Now I have to freestyle. Or do you guys have anything still?
Mazar versus William, PC or mobile is what it's asking me. Uh, uh, I don't know. I prefer not to speak. I love them both the same.
Okay. Yeah, maybe talking of speaking of PC, or just not really speaking of PC, but speaking of organizing. What are things that you might be most proud of that you have kind of helped implement here?
Oh, I really haven't done that much organization wise. I just made sure to make my weekends as wide open as possible to just help host. Um, but yeah, it's been amazing to see all of the new drivers that have come in the past like year since I became a URL.
Yeah, it's fantastic, especially right now. It's really looking good. I don't think we're gaining that much members, but the drivers that are making it up into the top leagues, they're absolute quality.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, you just said UMRL podium is harder than UL podium. How would you explain the development of the mobile versus PC leagues in the last year or so, maybe? Because I feel like there's a lot more respect or equality now.
Development wise, I feel like we have progressed a lot, whilst PC has not really been the best over the past year since I've joined PC. But yeah, I do feel like there is more like respect between the two. Really mainly helped out by Yoa. Always doing crossplay lobbies, bringing back CPL, just like doing things that gets everyone involved.
Yeah, Paradrive asked, how did you find Euro 2D2 when you're 20 plus age?
I don't know. It was really just scrolling on the App Store board during COVID, finding UR2D1, and yeah, I just enjoyed the game. Decided to play it. Then when I saw UR2D came out on mobile, I decided to get it and then join the Discord.
Exactly the same for me. I played it on Switch a bit before Year 2D2 because it
Yeah.
came out a bit earlier, but then then I came here and getting to play the multiplayer actually was amazing. Flak, do you have anything to still ask to Nikhil?
I don't know. I just want to thank him for his time. He's been part of the Minardi family for a year, although that turned a bit into a new version of Williams in ERL when Laguna joined. That was quite a fine moment. But no, I just want to thank him for what he did for us, and we will miss him.
Well, then
It's my
Nikhil,
team, obviously.
Nikhil, maybe just to end, just maybe tell I don't know what exactly I'm gonna keep in this for the video, but maybe just explain again, why are you going to leave us?
I'm moving to Japan, and the time zone is even worse than the current one. And I also don't want to be on a million ping. Moving on.
Understandable. How much are you gonna follow the successes of your team that's of course still gonna continue joined on the S25M Williams with Majumdar?
I'll still be around, maybe once or twice a month, just checking in, seeing how things are going. But yeah, I think the team is in really good hands, and that we have a really strong lineup.
Definitely is. Well then, no much more to say. Thank you, mate, for everything. Zach has a question still. I'm gonna just hand it off. Just gonna say thanks,
Who's
Nikhil.
gonna win the World Cup?
Canada.
Oh, Canada. Not Japan. Japan or Canada? We're gonna support for the future.
Canada almost lost to Bosnia. But to be fair, Bosnia won against Italy, so Canada's better than Italy, okay?
Okay, yeah, that seems like a very good resume.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to the bathroom and eat food.
All
Bye.
good, man. All the
Oh,
best for
and
everything.
if Nitro is here, he's getting muted for a week in the S25M server.
And it's been a pleasure to guide you through a season of quality top-down racing once more. Thank you to the drivers who raced. Thank you to all the organizers, my fellow commentators, media team. And yeah, leave a like and get us to 400 subs before the next season. See you.